feel weird because we're doing silly news and dumb tweets first.
Oh, look! Speaking of weird...
What are we, Time Lords? Also, ladies and gentlemen, Victoria's returned.
Hi! And my mic is not as bad this time. Yay!
I think this is literally the first time that we've actually had somebody come back on the show.
Yes.
Was I that funny during my interview?
I think so.
Oh, the crowd does love me.
Yeah, and Victoria actually wanted to come back, which of course begs the question, the heck are you thinking?
What am I not thinking? You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
Anyway, this first story is not really silly per se, but it does have some silly and also potentially damning connotations to it. Parents out, quote, black NAACP leader as white woman.
Huh?
This out of Spokane, Washington. A recent investigation into racially charged threats made toward the president of the NAACP chapter in Spokane have raised questions beyond who made the threats. On Thursday, the chapter president's parents claimed she had been deceiving people. Ruth Ann and Larry DeLejeal said Thursday that they want people to know the truth, including that their daughter Rachel DeLejeal is Caucasian. The DeLejeals said their daughter is specifically German and Czech. Ruth Ann and Larry said their daughter has always identified with the African American culture and had black siblings who were adopted. They said she went to school in Mississippi and was part of a primarily African American community. The DeLejeals said their daughter married and later divorced a black man. They said after the divorce in 2004, she began identifying differently. She started claiming to be partially African American and the daughter of biracial parents. They have noticed a change in her physical appearance, but do not know how that occurred. Rachel has wanted to be something she's not. This is a quote here. She's chosen not to just be herself, but to represent herself as an African American woman or a biracial person. And that's simply not true, said Ruth Ann. The couple said they do not have a problem with Rachel advocating for a civil rights group for African Americans, rather that she is being deceptive about it. And to make matters even worse, according to Rachel, there has been a legal dispute with her parents, a lawsuit that has been going on for almost a year. Once she supported her sister and allegations against her older brother. She does not consider her biological parents her real parents.
Lordy.
Okay, full disclosure here. I'm a white boy. I don't know what all is in my bloodstream, but I know it adds up to white. So I do not have any authority whatsoever to speak on the nature of racial prejudice and such, because I am sitting from a position of privilege here. Just from what I can imply from the facts of this story, I do not see how Rachel is doing any harm.
She's not.
Neither am I.
She's not.
I mean, it takes a lot of guts to actually want to give up your privilege in order to help people. And she seems to be sincere in her belief.
Right.
However, if this does go to court, and
But for what reason?
none of us can speak for the legal ramifications because we're not lawyers. If this goes to court and she may be found guilty of fraud or what, but this could set a dangerous precedent that whatever your genetics say you are takes precedence over what you choose to identify as. And I say this is a dangerous precedent because I can see that legal decision being used against people who are transgender.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know this is kind of like slippery slope, logical extreme of things here, but let's face it. we got some dumbasses out there in the legal system, and if there was any kind of window that they could find some way to legally lay the smackdown on transgender people, they're gonna do it.
Exactly.
I just hope that whatever happens with this ends up being. I hope it ends up being a peaceable and sane solution. I hope they figure out what's going on here, and I hope that whatever happens, I hope that the African American community in general, and specifically in Spokane, Washington, does not get seriously injured by this.
Well, they said she's Caucasian, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I don't think it'll exactly be. The
thing is, they're probably someone at some point might end up legally trying to claim fraud, that she is a fraud.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if she has been identifying as African American on legal documents.
No. Somebody's absolutely going to claim fraud on that, without a doubt.
And that's what scares me, that's going to lead to some kind of insane legal precedent that some idiot is going to use.
But that's what but on the same token, it's like that's what she identifies herself as. Like, it seems like she fits in more with the African American community than she does with the Caucasian community. But again, it's a legality issue.
Yeah, and clearly she's got issues with her parents. Those need to be resolved even separately of this whole issue.
I think the issues with the parents would need to be resolved before the issues with the courts.
Indeed.
I can sort of understand where she comes from. I mean, I'm half Asian myself, but I don't recognize myself as part of the Asian community at all.
Right.
And me, well, part of the reason I just say whatever I am adds up to white is because, well, I don't know what I could identify as. I mean, I'm a fucking weirdo.
I just call myself a mutt. I just call myself...
I think you're both mutts, and I'm half mutt, by the way.
No.
All I know for certain is that I have a significant portion of Western European heritage, and that I've got a little bit of Indian heritage, but so infinitesimal that I can't actually claim that I am Native American.
I have too much of everything.
Anyway, some good news for those of us who remember this soda, and especially really good news if your name is one Brad Cinema Snob Jones.
Oh no, I know what this is.
PepsiCo has hinted that it will soon resurrect Crystal Pepsi, an ill-fated beverage from the 1990s that some customers have been lobbying the company to bring back.
Oh, if I didn't have a digestive illness, I would be all over drinking this.
In a letter sent to professional competitive eater Kevin Strawley, who has been agitating for a Pepsi Crystal revival, the company said that fans of the drink would, quote, all be happy with what's in store. Pepsi confirmed the authenticity of the letter to CNN Money. And it does go even further on, but yeah, as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh my god, Brad Jones is having an orgasm now.
Why would you want to imagine Brad Jones having an orgasm at all?
Ew!
He's not an unattractive man, but he's not. He's.
Wait, hold on. Let's go to the feminine view. What's his name?
Brad Jones. He's commonly known on the internet as the Cinema Snob.
Okay, let's see what the... Woo, hello.
Okay, never mind.
His main show is where he plays at being this like really highbrow cinema critic, and then he reviews the shittiest stuff to ever be shot.
Shot on Shitio.
Yeah,
including quite a few porns.
like the biggest grindhouse films that ever were.
Oh, lordy.
But yeah, but a running joke with
right?
him, because of his one other series, Brad Tries, is that he has, like, for lack of a better phrase, this huge crush on Crystal Pepsi, and I don't blame him because I remember Crystal Pepsi. I had it back in the day. I was one of those weird people who loved
when you say
it.
alright, when you say back in the day, you make yourself sound ancient.
Well, by internet terms, I am, but...
No, you're not.
Back in my day, we had rotary phones. And Pokemon Red and Blue. And Super Mario Brothers was only 1 and 2.
Seriously, though, while y'all two are, like, firmly in what some people consider, like, the millennial generation, I'm in that one spot where people can't decide whether they're millennials or Gen Y.
And I'm right on the head of Gen Y, so...
You're gonna make me lose a lung again like I did earlier.
But anyway, as one of these people... Yeah, as one of the people who remembers Crystal Pepsi from back then, who actually drank it and loved it...
What year was Crystal Pepsi anyway?
92 to 93.
Oh, I was a baby. Don't know it. Never mind. Forget about it.
And the weird thing is, me with my caffeine addiction, Crystal Pepsi was caffeine free.
That's a crime. That's a crime in and of itself.
Of course, then again, I also liked Pepsi Blue when they have it, which was kind of this weird blue raspberry cola thing. But
ew.
Anyway, yeah. Good news for nostalgia. As opposed to the bad news for nostalgia that we had in the introduction.
Also bad news for the caffeine addicts.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Like you and me.
I can't drink caffeine.
Alright, one last story for the day. Because it was inevitable, Pornhub crowdfunds first porn shot in space.
I saw this one already. I made a joke with my boyfriend about this.
Porn's website, Pornhub.com, has introduced an Indiegogo campaign to raise $3.4 million to shoot a porno 68 miles above the surface of the Earth on a shuttle service like Virgin Galactic.
So they're actually doing this in space where there's no gravity.
Yes. And in fact...
Are we supposed to do anything? Like, you're not stable on the ground, unless that's what you're into.
Well, I remember reading something about this in a science fiction story one, where they called it, if you had sex in 0G, the Three Dolphins Club. Because, basically, unless you were very athletically gifted, you would have to you would have to have someone there to keep you together while you were fucking, kind of like dolphins would prod mating dolphins together to make sure that their mating process got through. So, thus, instead of Mile High Club, Three Dolphins Club.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody's gonna buy that. The $3.4 million to raise money to make a porno in space.
It should be quite acrobatic, though.
You would think that, though, but may I remind you of a very important song from an absolutely influential musical called Avenue Q. The internet was made for porn.
The internet was made for porn.
The internet is for porn.
Yes, it is.
Alright. Let's fire up the silly tweets, shall we?
Alrighty.
Take it away, David.
Yeah. First one. Y'all pray for my cousin Muhammad. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He just looked like a honey bun. I mean, his face really does look like a honey bun. I mean, like, literally, you can see right here on the cover, there's his face wrapped in a honey bun wrapper.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be a
just
fun
light
one.
to start off.
Recycling. You're doing it wrong.
Let's turn up the funny, shall we? Rest in peace to the kids I've swallowed. Happy Mother's Day to me.
How many kids did you swallow?
Statistically, somewhere between about somewhere in the neighborhood of about 6 million each time.
Oh.
What was the unlucky sperm?
Oh.
That poor bastard.
Yeah.
That may actually be the conservative estimate. I don't know exactly how many spermatozoas are
Spermatozoa.
Yes, I don't know.
Spermatozoa. Don't talk to somebody about this is going into nursing.
2 more. Well, one of the more infamous tweeters decides to tweet something else even dumb.
Oh boy.
Female, right? Tweets. No, I'm not a homo. I only date girls.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Pretty sure not.
Does it? Or does it?
No
Or
homo?
does it?
All of the homo!
Insert meme picture here.
And finally, to inspire all of us, here is a picture of a before and after pic of a 12-week program.
Oh, God.
There's your before pic and the after, and I must say, he got quite the tan there.
You're the best around. When it comes to using Photoshop, you're the best around.
Yeah. Isn't that inspiring or what? I should do that. I should get on the 12-week program. Maybe I might get a nice little tan like that.
Yeah,
maybe some muscles.
12 weeks of learning how to use GIMP.
Or Photoshop.
That's awful. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Alright, that's silly news and dumb tweets for this week. Victoria, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
I'll have to fish you up again sometime.
I'll be back for the next one.
Alrighty.
Absolutely. We'll be back for the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And the next one until you get sick of me.
Alright, coming up next, we're going to talk a little bit about video games, including something that was also inevitable and a rather funny Dragon Ball Z Abridged inspired moment in Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Hey everyone, this is David. Like what you hear? Check us out on the internet at casualmodepodcast.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/casualmodepodcast, any one of our social media links, and of course, click on the little subscribe button below. Thanks!